Hello, my name is Rosie. Welcome to Rose Tinted Diamonds. Today we are going to do a July month in review. I feel like July was quick and slow at the same time. Like, how are we already in August, but also July 4th feels like it was forever ago. I have a cat that is trying to be a part of my life right now. This is Calcifer. This is the mascot. So I had previously recorded this video on the 1st, but my child was so loud and I was like coughing and having troubles with my throat and stuff. So as I was editing that today, I made the realization that like it was too much editing, too much taking parts out, too much like, it just didn't feel very fluid or anything. So I went ahead and nixed that and decided to kind of do it over again. It is a lot quieter today. My kiddo is at camp, so hopefully he's good there. It's been nothing but drama the entire time. Calcifer thinks so too. You went down, bud. Okay. But, yeah, so I'm gonna get into it. However, the good thing, the positive of redoing this when I am, it is the 5th of August. It is a Tuesday. And, not wearing any makeup because I did chores yesterday outside and my eyes are on fire. And I have, with my skin condition and everything, the makeup sometimes just doesn't make any sense. So you get fresh-faced and hair pulled back, yay. But the good thing is that I think I've made a decision on at least the next month. As soon as I'm done with the one that I am working on, I've made a decision on what I am doing. So without further ado, let's get into the review and then the going forward portion of it. So I will be right back. All right, so first let's start with my one and only finish of the month, Castle and Mountains by Roberto Nito and Diamond Art Club. This was an amazing piece to do. This was so much fun. However, it was a lot of confetti, and I was not expecting a lot of confetti. The top obviously is not like very confetti heavy. That went so fast, so fast. The clouds were not very confetti heavy. Those went very fast. Like the portions here that were cloud. However, the mountains were like a zigzag, like line blocking. So it wasn't like normal line blocking where you could just like doot, doot, doot and do like 4 or 5 diamonds at a time. You had to do like 2 at a time. So that was kind of like a lot. And then you get down here, you get into like this line blocking here, and then like all this confetti through here. That was an entire thing of confetti. That's all confetti. All of the grass portions are confetti. The water was line confetti, like line blocking type stuff. But there's quite a few different colors like in the water, which is beautiful and turned out absolutely wonderful. The bottom section here almost took me out because it was just all sorts of like little teeny tiny confetti portions, like they're blocks of color, but they're like very small blocks of color. That is insane. So getting into the, I was like, where did I put it? It is right here. Castle and Mountains by Roberto Nito. I put Robert Nito because I'm an absolute dingus. So we are going to fix that real fast. Roberto Nito, it should be his real name. Started the 7/1/2025, ended this 7/27/25. So, is it archived? No. Is it in stock? Also no. This is from DAC. It is 65 centimeters by 91.8 centimeters, or 25.6 inches by 36.2 inches. It is a square gel canvas. There were 63 colors with 1 AB and 5 fairy dust. The fairy dust is gorgeous in this picture. You can see it in the clouds mostly. Not super keen on the AB placement, only for the fact that I don't think it added anything. Like, it's shiny, but I almost feel like it's distracting rather than like helpful. So if I could do it again, I'd probably swap the AB out for a regular drill, just like no special on that one. This is a personal preference. This is very much a landscape, and I don't feel like a lot of times it's necessary to have, again, personal opinion, to have ABs in this. It's beautiful no matter what, but I think if I did this again, I would just leave those ones out and swap them for a regular drill. The render is absolutely gorgeous. I got 8 out of 10 enjoyment on this one. I'd probably give it like an 8.5. There was a few things that I had to swap and change, and I wasn't like 100% keen on, which is why it got bumped down to like an 8 out of 10 instead of like a 9 or a 10 out of 10. Confetti, I gave it like a 7 or 7.5 out of 10, and then I bought this 5/3/25. So I really didn't wait that long before starting it, because I was like, I need to do this canvas. This was start number 51 ever, start number 13 for the year, finish number 49 ever, and finish number 14 for the year. I did this for the Be Happy DP Along 2025. You will notice that there are no bees in this. However, for the Be Happy DP Along, you don't have to have a, like, it can either be a bee kit or a kit that makes you happy, which is why it's called the Be Happy Diamond Painting Along. And that was by Natalie from Diet Coke and Diamonds and Tiffany from Diamonds at Tiffany's. I am keeping this unless somebody tries to rip this from my hands in my family or something. Things that I loved about this kit: Sophie. I love the render of Sophie. I love her standing on this like hillside looking at the castle, and just, it's everything. The little sheepies are so adorable. The render on the mountains, I did not expect those to be so gorgeous. Did not expect. Things that I wasn't in love with, obviously the AB placement was one of those things that I wasn't in love with it. Not that I hated it, it just wasn't my favorite. I had a problem with the colors that they chose for her hair. I'm not putting any blame on anyone. I'm not shaming anyone for this or anything like that. It just, because of the movie itself, I have to have her hair either the like dark chocolate brown that originally was, you know, like as Sophie, or the gray of Grandma Sophie. And this is very clearly Grandma Sophie. So I had to have that gray. I will pop up a picture of what was charted. I got like a slight part of the way through and was like, no, because it was essentially flesh colored, right? Like I think they were trying to go for like more of a blonde because reasons. And that was more what the original color of the painting itself was. However, I could not. And I will tell you that I switched those out for the light color is Z3747. That's this one right here. And then the inner part, the darker color, was 415. So I did a fairy dust on the outside and I did a regular drill on the inside. And it looks pretty good in my opinion. It took a lot of digging through my hoard of diamonds and figuring out like what exactly I wanted it to look like, and the like shades that I like. I'll put a picture of one of the failed experiments, but like I tried a few different things, and that's what I ended up stopping on. The other thing is Hal's castle is essentially made of metal. At least in the films, it's made of metal. I think it's more made of wood in like the books, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Don't come for me. But the colors that they had for our castle friend here were all, like, there's a lot of blue. So I wasn't 100% sure how I was going to feel about that in particular. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit. You can see the hair color, and then our friend, I might lift that because the glare is a little funny. Yeah. So I put, instead of like lighter beigey tones, I put K444 metallic drill and some crystals next to it that I absolutely did not remember to write down, so that's lost to me because I'm a dingus. I decided not to change the dress. The dress in the movies are either like an aqua blue or like a dark blue. Those are just, I was like, okay, Sophie would absolutely wear a purple dress. It's totally fine. I don't think that's nearly as important as like getting the hair tone correct. Because of, in the movie, like her going from young to old, right? Okay. Outside of that, this is an absolutely gorgeous painting. It's probably one of my favorites. I don't think it beat out, what's it called? Oh my God. All I can think of, Written in the Stars by Ivy Dorlamore. I don't think it beat Alice out because that one just was perfection. It was quick. It was fun. I just had a blast with it. But it was definitely, it was good. I really liked this one a lot. So that is my one finish. Next we are going to talk about my whips. And because it is the 5th, I have some, like, hey, you get a bonus of seeing one of my whips, like, pretty close to done, I would say. It's not going to take me that long to get it done. Let me set this aside. Also, Lexi, if you're watching this, I have been using, instead of this little baby hanger that I was using, I bought these off of Amazon, and then I just hang these on the wall, and I am able to actually like have some of my canvases out without like them falling out of my hangers and stuff. So super excited for that, and I will be using that, utilizing it this month because I've got all these that I'm going to hang up. So we are going to start with the whip that I did not touch, and that is Chroma. I love Chroma. DAC decided not to do any real Pride canvases up until like mid-July, I think. And I was incredibly worried that they were not going to do any more. Plus, I think doing the Roberto Nito one and doing the one that's behind this one, it was a lot of squares. So I think I just kind of burnt out on square confetti, and this is fairly confetti heavy. And like I said, the last one was confetti heavy, and the one behind it is fairly confetti heavy. So I'm gonna put this one away for a bit. It may wait and come out until like during Pride, or there's a possibility, hold on one second. There's a possibility of it coming out. Okay, honey. Okay. All right, go. Off you go. Sorry, cat needed outside. Or out of the room, at least. But there's a potential for it to come back before Pride Month, because now they had some Pride kits come out in voting that were phenomenal. Now, I am not going to speak for everyone at all, ever. That is not who I am. That is not what I do. But for me, personally, I don't do, like, Home Sweet Home or a lot of the, like, inspirational, like, insert inspirational message here. Like, I don't really do, like, words other than if it's, like, on a book or whatever. I don't really do words in a diamond painting, right? That's my opinion. That's my, like, go-to, is not doing words on a canvas. What I want is I want show, not tell. The same way that I am with books, show, don't tell. So having that pride feeling to a kit is more important to me than like having a message of like, oh yeah, you know. I don't know. It's just me. That's just the way that I am. But they had some really good ones come out in voting the other day. So, like, I'm here for it. So now I'm excited, and I don't feel like I have to, like, cling to this kit for dear life because I was like, am I not going to have a Pride kit next year? They did come out with one during July. It was not to my personal taste. I don't do superheroes. Again, personal preference. I love superheroes and I love watching superhero movies, but it's not what I want to diamond paint. So I loved that one, and I'm so happy that it sold, I think, as well as it did. But that's not what I'm looking for personally. So yeah. Hopefully we get those cool kits next year, but for now I think I'm going to put this away. It's not even like a big size or anything. I think I could knock this out like fairly fast. I just don't have the drive to do it, so I'm going to take a step back from this one and go ahead and just give myself a little bit of grace as far as like this particular goes. I also have found out that while I will probably have like 2 kitted up at a time, I will probably, I enjoy focusing on a single canvas most of the time with a choice of swapping it up every once in a while. Just do like a section or 2 of the other one and then, you know, come back to what is considered my main whip. So I think for me, having a main whip and then having an off whip is going to be the proper thing for me, because I feel like I wasn't as happy having all these like whips and only working on, you know, like a section of a painting at a time and not really seeing a whole lot of progress on anything else. And then if I do focus on another painting, the other ones just kind of get to sit there and then I feel bad. So with that being said, this is The Encounter by Laura Poutrat and Diamond Artisan. This is a small shop. Most small shops have some gapping. It's just the way that it is. It's the way that I think the diamonds are made. And sometimes there's a little bit of variation, and there's, you know, like tabs and different things on the diamonds that can sometimes kind of shove things out of place a little bit. With that being said, this is not that bad. I actually really, really enjoy this artwork, and the final product is turning out far beyond my expectations. It's gorgeous. I love the colors. The detail is absolutely beautiful. You can see in the camera, like looking in the camera, it's even better, and I love it. And the crystal in the windows is absolutely genius, and like just everything looks really, really good so far. The only part that I think I'm a little like meh about is this corner up here. There's like 2 or 3 colors up there, and they kind of look the same, like almost exactly, and my eye can't discern the difference, so it just kind of looks like a little bit of a blob there, except for the little dark squiggles. But everything else honestly has been absolutely gorgeous. There's been plenty of drills so far. We'll see by the end of it how everything kind of turns out. I did have an absolute wonderful brain moment when I was tired and I mixed 2 colors. decided to pop the other label on this one, dark light. And just as I'm going through, kind of, you might be able to tell a little bit of a difference. It's horrific. I don't think it's enough of a difference that if I decided to just kind of pepper them through, it would be a big deal, but I am sorting as I go, essentially, is what I've decided to do with that. And then I put, like, I got to the end and there was like a big chunk of dark, so I popped the dark color in there, but I'm not going to go through and sort ahead of time. I will pop up a picture of where I was when the month started. I had 5 rows, 2 here, 3 there, completed, and had 3 rows left. So if you can imagine, that wasn't done. I am now, there's 2 rows here, but I am splitting that in half and essentially just working up this way and then going to turn the canvas and work up the rest of the way that way. So I don't foresee this taking much longer. There's a lot of confetti in parts of this. Like, obviously this is like a good amount of color blocking, and then you've got this, which is like essentially all confetti because there's so many different like colors throughout there. But that's where like all of the detail comes from, which is super cool. So I'm totally fine with the confetti. I'm super happy with the special drills in this kit so far. Like, it's honestly, it's just working up really wonderfully. Not used to the gapping, I think, because I've done so many diamond art clubs and theirs is so like uniform and such a tight grid. But again, I'm not unhappy with the gapping in this one. Just something to get used to when you're not like super expecting it. So that is where I am at right now. I don't think I gave you any, I'm not going to really talk much about chroma or anything like that, but the encounter, we'll go ahead and go through. This is 50 by 70 centimeters or 20 by 28 inches. This is a square drill canvas. There are 52 colors. I have not changed anything. When I do my first painting from a specific shop, I choose not to do any changes whatsoever because of the fact that I don't want to, like, you know, change it and have, you know, like an issue and then have it be my fault, or have an issue and not know if it's the original painting or if it was something that I did to the painting itself. So, this is start number 47 and start number 9 for the year. Is that right? 11, 13, 11, 12, 13, 10. Okay, yes, that is right. I'm so weird about stuff. But yeah, so with all the confetti and stuff that I'm going to be going through, I am going to need a break, right? Right. So, Paws and Claws is coming up. Or is happening right now. Laura from Anxiety Art Adventures and We Wax, or We Putty, which is what I am obsessed with right now using. I literally only have to load my pen one time in a painting generally, and then I just switch it up after the painting is done just so that I have a fresh set of wax for the next painting. It's not necessary. I probably could do another like half a painting without it a lot of times, but I choose to do it that way because that's who I am. So I'm going to need a break after this. So I have decided that for Paws and Claws, because I am super excited, this is a round canvas. This is Cat Comforts by Krista Bug, the wonderful Krista Bug. This is not that big, right? So I figure it's not that big. There's a fair amount of color blocking. It's round drills, so that'll be nice, like, swap up from what I'm doing. This will be a really nice one. It's only 50.6 centimeters by 50.6 centimeters, or 20 inches by 20 inches. So, with that being said, I am going to do this one for Paws and Claws. This will be my, like, official canvas for Paws and Claws. I know the last one would technically work for that, but I'm definitely like, okay, I need a break. So, I'll work on this one, and then, because I said that I would, I'm also going to swap working on this one. So, like I said, 2 canvases, right? I'm going to have a main canvas and an off canvas, and I'll probably do, you know, like, work on a large section of, like, this, and then work on that one, you know, and then do another large section, and then work on that one, and then a large section, and work on that one. And that way, I don't feel like I'm dying when I do this confetti heavy craziness that I know this is going to be. So this is Quests by Something Deviant. I love Legend of Zelda. Love it. I have a Zelda tattoo on my neck. The Triforce plus Navi. I adore it with every fiber of my being. So with that being said, that's why this is happening, and that's why I bought this, and I'm super excited, and other people were super excited. So I'm absolutely going to do this one. It's just gonna be confetti heavy, just like everything else I've done. Then I have made a decision for at least September, right? September is my birthday month. So I want to have fun with my birthday month. For sure, 100%, 100%, I am doing Magic Arcades for Drills and Chills. I love this canvas. There's, again, lots of color blocking. There's also, like, just some really, really cute sections to this. All the animals are going to be so fun to do. I love animals. I am going to it's going to be such a blast. I love her sweater. Love her witch's hat. Like, I love everything. The pinks. I love pink. I love green. Greeny, bluey, whatever. I'm here for all of it. All of it. So, definitely happening. And then the other one that I'm going to swap off of is probably, if I change my mind on anything, it may be this one. But, again, not a big size. And there's quite a bit of, like, little color blocky sections, so this may be okay. This is a square kit. This is Home of the Coven by Ailey Marie and Diamond Art Club. It is 55.8 by 70.7 centimeters. It's gonna be okay. It is absolutely gonna be okay. I love this image. It's a lot of dark colors, but you know what? It's going to be an offset of the Magic Arcades, so I think it's going to be totally fine. Again, there's not that much night sky before it turns to like a sunset color. Yeah, so that is kind of where I'm at for the next month or two. It may change, it may not change. But for now, this is kind of what I'm going to stick to. I'm going to try and bust out that Allura Pautrat so that I have that finish under my belt. And because my personal opinion is to buy one canvas, especially after messing up, sorry, in other places. I buy one canvas, I finish the canvas to make sure that it's something that I actually enjoy doing. And while I can tell you that I already enjoy that Allura Pautrat so much, and I think it's going to turn out so good already at this point, I will finish it before buying more. I have plans to buy from DIYman's Delights this month. She has some stuff coming out. Is it today? I don't even know. It might be today or like the 8th or something. I think it's Friday. I think it's Friday the 8th. But absolutely going to buy from her and then potentially buy some more from Diamond Artist, and as long as Diamond Art Club doesn't absolutely slap me with either a duck bath or other canvases. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a rosy day.